Hello guys, this is Sandra here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, nice to see you. I'm happy that you're here and I hope you stay around. So for this video I decided to go with blue, as you can see from my eyes and from the title, and I just decided to do a makeup that's inspired by the color of the year, which, let me get it up on my phone, is classic blue. So Pantone is an institute who each year chooses the color of the year, and this year it's the color classic blue. There we go. And they have, I think they started last year maybe, they have an official Instagram account, which I find a bit strange. But they always post colors of the year and just different kind of colors in general. As you can see, this year everything is quite blue. And then this was Living Coral, which is last year, and then they post some other different colors throughout the year as well, but this year's color is Living Blue. And I decided just to go a tutorial, a tutorial I guess, or just a look that's inspired by the color. Now as you can see, it has a few other shades of blue in there as well, but all together it's really blue. And you know, if you want to create a similar look, just see what's in your collection. I think we all have blue colors at this point. So I used a few singles. I used this single from Kiko, but I also have another few palettes around me. So I also used this next palette, which is the Ultimate Edit, I think. Yep, in the Brights version. But I also have a blue shade in the Huda Beauty Electric Obsessions palette, which is like a more glittery one. Then I also have a NARS single here, which is a dual intensity shadow in the shade Cressida. Then I also used my Morphe 35B palette. This was huge back in the day, so if you have this, this has loads of blue shades as well here on the side, and this is quite similar to what I use today, but you have these two as well to blend it out. So you know, then you also have the Fenty palette, which is a slightly different shade of blue right there, but you can always apply it on top of something like this to make it darker if you wanted to, and it's still a blue. Then I also have here the Juvia's Place Mini Magic palette, which again has this light dark blue shade here, and then a lighter blue, a silvery one to combine it with that one, which I know are not exactly the same. But you know, my point is, I'm sure you can look around in your collection. Now if you have the Jeffree Star Blue Moon, is it called? Am I going mad? Blue Blood, not Blue Moon? Blue Blood palette. Or Tarte has a bluish palette, Colourpop has the monochromatic blue palette. If you have those, well, your life is so much easier this year if you want to create a Pantone kind of look. Well, a Pantone inspired look, I guess. But yeah, without further blabbering on, I hope you're gonna enjoy this video, and let's jump in. As you can see, I zoomed in and my eyelids are already primed and set. I just used my usual Wet n Wild Photo Focus concealer to prime it, and I set it with a white eyeshadow. That's all I've done so far, and I have a sort of idea of how I want this look to turn out. Whether we can achieve it, we'll see. But first I'm gonna go into the NYX Ultimate Edit Petite palette, and I believe it's the Brights. And if my tutorial is up with this already, I'm gonna link it in the cards, I'm not too sure. But I'm gonna use the blue shade in there. It's just a light blue shade. You can use grays as well, I think. It will turn out similar. So I'm gonna just go in this shade, and I'm gonna take probably this big fluffy brush. I use this one as well to set my eyelid. And this is just the Zoeva Luxe Soft Definer 227. And I'm gonna take a light tap of that and just blend it into my crease, nice and soft. And I don't think this is gonna be a huge eye look, because I have to be honest, I'm not the best when it comes to blues. It turns muddy and just a bit patchy and weird really easily. I find it's quite similar to purples. It's quite a hard color to pull off. So I'm gonna just use that in my crease like so. Maybe just build it up a tiny bit more. And I think the idea I have in my head is to do a full-on matte eyeshadow look with some glittery eyeliner. And I know that this is not exactly the color that the classic blue is, but we're gonna apply that on the lid and we'll be all fine. Now that that's done, I'm gonna apply a little bit of this just on the outer corner here as well, just so I can blend the other shadow into something. And you know, it doesn't have to be a really complicated eyeshadow look, it can still look nice. Like so. Alright, at the moment it looks a bit mint-greeny and not exactly like in the pen, but never mind, once we apply the blue it will be all fine. And I have a few options, but I found that the best one is a single Kiko shadow that I have. Oh, also, let me point out, this one in here is not a pimple. I went to bed one night, the next morning I woke up with this scratch on my nose. I think I managed to really scratch myself in my dreams somehow, so let's just ignore that scab there. And let me get out this Kiko shadow, if I can find something to get it out with. Hold on. For my whole eyelid I'm gonna use this shade, which is a Kiko Infinity shadow in the shade 275. Now I think these ones have been discontinued, but I'm pretty sure the new Smart Shadows, I think they are called, are exactly the same thing, just in a different shaped pen. Why they did that I don't know, but I'm pretty sure those are the same. And I'm gonna take a flat brush, just something small like this, and take this shadow and apply it all over my lid. I'm just gonna take a small mirror so I can see closer of what I'm doing. Oh, that's a beautiful shadow. And just keep building it up and patting it on my eyelid. And I have a little bit of fallout here, I'm not sure how much you can see, and that's why I decided to start with my eyes. And now that it's mostly on my lid, I'm gonna take... how big of a blending brush do I want? I think I'm gonna start with a small blending brush and then I might change to a bigger one, but this is the Morphe M506. I'm gonna take the same blue shadow, tap off the excess, and then just blend this in my crease. So there's a nice gradient effect. Same on the outer corner. And then I can always go back in with the brush I used first and just blend it. And then I can just keep building it up both on the eyelid and in my crease, so it's nice and intense. Alright, that's it so far. I'm gonna just clean up my inner corner as there's a little bit of fallout there, and then we can move on to the next step. I'm also gonna bring up my other eye to speed. Okay, so as a next step I want to do my liner first, and as I mentioned I want to do a glittery liner, and I want to use the Collection Glam Crystals Dazzling Gel Eyeliner. But I think to map out where it goes, first I'm going to use my Kryolan Sky Blue Cream Liner, which is quite a bit brighter, but I thought this will be a great option just to map out where this liner should go. I don't, again, if you know me, you will know it by now, I don't like huge liners, I just don't think it fits my eye shape. As you can see, once my eyes are open, they are fairly hooded, so I don't like a huge liner, I just like a little one, and I need to find a good brush to use. Let's see. I'm gonna use this one, and I think it's a arts and crafts store brush. yeah, I think it's called Pro Art. It's just a really small flat brush, perfect for a liner. So I'm taking a little bit of this Kryolan and get a mirror close up, and let's see if it's in any different color. Yeah, different enough for me to map out where my other one should go. I'm not sure you're gonna be able to see it. It's a really small difference. You know, this blue eyeshadow starts to get a bit patchy. I hope you can see it in the camera, because close up, if I look just in the mirror it's fine, but if I look close up I can definitely see it. It's almost like my eyelid is eating it up. Alright, now I can add the liner, just because the tip of this is not as precise. I might have to swap to a smaller brush as well, and this is like a good in between blue and green as well, but I think it's gonna contrast the eyeshadow nicely. And for the flake, I think I'm gonna put a little bit on the back of my hand and then go back to the same brush I used for the Kryolan liner. Alright, fast forward, a lot of things on my face are done. I'm gonna link everything I used in the description box below. I just thought it's quicker if I do my complexion and then we can move on to my lower lash line. Also, what I did after applying the liner, which I think is just really nice after mascara. It's almost just like a peekaboo kind of thing that you can see it a little bit glittering, and then when I blink it's there. And mascara wise, I used the Essence Lash Princess mascara, but I'm gonna use something else on my bottom lash line. That's why I just applied it while I was off camera. And now we're gonna move on. For my inner corner, I'm gonna use a blue that's really similar to what's on my eyelids, but it's gonna be the NARS, what is this called, Dual Intensity eyeshadow in the shade Cressida, I would say. It's just this beautiful, beautiful duochrome blue. And the reason why I want to do this is because I only have the tiniest bit of glitter, but other than that, all my eye is matte. And I thought if I apply this in the inner corner, that could be quite nice, just to have a little bit of a sheen there as well. So I'm gonna apply it with a teeny tiny domed brush, and I'm gonna just go with it right in the inner corner. Now, whether the shine will come through there or not from that little, I don't know. We might have to use something else as well, but let's try. Not really. Okay, well, that idea didn't work out. Maybe if I spray it with the setting spray. I'm gonna use the Catrice Prime and Fine Multitalent Fixing Spray that I used for my face as well. The spray on it is a bit aggressive, but let's see. That might do the trick. It's such a small area, I'm not sure it's gonna make much of a difference. A little bit, but I will have to clean out down there because it's a bit of a messy business. So let me just repeat it on the other eye. It gives it a little bit of a sheen, not as much as I wanted it to, so I might go over it with another shade. Yeah, that made a mess. Alright, that didn't work. Let me clean it up quickly. I'm just going to take a cotton bud and a small mirror. Alright, well, that started as a good idea, but didn't end that well. And I know it's not perfectly cleaned up, but I hope if I just go in with an eyeshadow on top of it, it's gonna be fine. So at the end, I'm gonna go in with my Morphe palette, and I think I still want to keep it matte then. Down that this whole shiny idea didn't work out, and I'm gonna just use, oh, if I can show you, that shade, which is a white matte shade. It's not that exciting, but it might just do the trick. And I'm gonna use a small brush, which is the Sigma E47, and just brighten up that inner corner that I really messed up. So that way it's a more natural kind of inner corner, which is fine. It's not what I wanted, but oh well. Also on my brow bone I just used the Charlotte Tilbury, what's it called, Filmstar Bronze and Glow highlighter, as it's the same what I used on my cheeks. Okay, just blend, 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 and this way it's almost like I haven't put anything there, but that's okay. Now for the lower lash line, first I'm gonna use the Kryolan Sky Blue gel liner just in my waterline. I'm gonna use the same little brush as I used before, if I can clean it a little bit. Yep, I can. So I'm just gonna use this in my waterline. Oh, it makes my eyes so watery. You can already see it ties it in a bit more. Now that it's done, I'm gonna go in with a blue mascara just on my bottom lash line, which is the Kiko Smart Color Mascara in the shade 02. Well, it's an anticlimactic name, but it's a beautiful electric blue color that I think will just go really nicely with everything. And this way I don't have to put massive amounts of mascara on my lower lash line. I can just do the mascara and be good. Now I might have to do this in 2 coats to build it up, although it's quite nice in 1 coat as well, but I might try to build it up and see if I can. I haven't used this mascara in a while. I wanted to add my top mascara as well before, just so it has time to dry and it doesn't tint my lashes. But now looking at it, I think I want to add another layer and hope for the best that it's not going to make my lower lashes black. So let me just go back with that. Okay, I think that's a bit better. Now another layer on the lower lash line with the blue mascara, and we're good. Now, and you can see the blue got a bit patchy. I think it's because the eyeshadow is becoming a bit old, but hopefully you can't see it too much. And once I stand a bit further back, I can't see it in the mirror either. It's just when I'm closer, so I'm not sure with the camera. But that's it, guys. That's the finished look. What do you think? I quite like it. I don't often wear really blue. I don't know why, because it makes my eyes look really dark, like almost they're not even brown but black, which I quite like. But yeah, I don't often wear blue, especially all matte. I find it's a really hard formula for companies to get right, almost like purple. It's quite hard, and dark greens are really hard. I feel like they struggle a bit more with cool toned colors. But yeah, that's the finished look. I hope you like it. Let me know please down in the comments below, what do you think? And I hope you will give it a like, and if you like what you see, I will hope that you subscribe to my channel. It would mean so much to me, so please consider it. And if you do so, don't forget to press the bell button. Which, subscribe should be enough, but we all know it's not. So if you press the bell button, I will be really, really, really happy. And yeah, that's it. I hope I will see you in my next video. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.